Hey, good evening. Um, this is part two of trying Maverick with Force of Will. We had previous league where we went 3-2 with some main deck forces, but I felt like we'd get beat up by non-blue fair decks, and that's kind of what happened. I think we lost to Newton Elves. I guess that's not technically a fair deck, but they have a pretty good fair plan. So made some changes, moved the Force of Wills to the sideboard, made room for a Stoneforge Mystic package. At the urging of Lomer Boy and Clips for Life, we're going to try out Ligrella, basically green sunnable temporary removal. Then we're going to be trying a couple Stifles in place of the Ponders I was playing previously. Then the last changes to the mana base, we were playing 2 Trops and a Tundra. I've upped that to 3 Trops and 2 Tundras just to try and maximize the amount of actual Dazes we can free cast. So got that going. Sideboard is not super exciting. Tried to add blue cards where possible, where we would be bringing those in with force, because our blue count is just kind of right on the ragged edge there. But yeah, that's about it. Oh, the Ligrella is in the place of the second Uro. I don't even know if we want 2 Uros. The escape cost is kind of greedy in a Knight of the Reliquary deck, so if Ligrella doesn't work out, I could honestly see bringing the Lavinia back to the main deck and then having a 2-drop that also pitches to force that we can find with our brainstorms because we are a cantrip deck. But yeah, that's the deck. Let's hop into a league. Immediately find a match. Well, not immediately. We'll definitely take the play here. Yeah, this is pretty sick. Does pretty much what we want to do. We will be fetching a Trop to cast this Noble. Somewhat insulated from Wasteland simply by having the Noble out, so. Then, assuming no shenanigans from opponent, we'll go for a Knight of the Reliquary next turn. This could be a multitude of things. Push. Well, we'll Daze it. It's going to set us back a turn. But we can play with the Liberator. Yeah. Wow, they Daze back. Okay. So restart. Well, I guess I'll play this basic Plains out. And then I'll be most likely wastelanding them next turn. Especially if they don't do anything with their mana, if they just pass. They shuffle. Absolutely wastelanding them. They do shuffle. Yeah, we're going in. Interesting. I think I still want to just try and press the advantage. Hopefully they're missing lands. Next turn we can Green Sun for another dork. Alright, they did find it. Exposing our green source here. We have Dryad Arbor, but I mean, We're probably getting dazed, aren't we? Okay. Hopefully no wasteland to follow up. Alright, that's fine. We've seen 2 dazes. What are the odds they have another daze? Oh, or we just waste them. That's fine too. Oh, stifle. Alright. Fair play, fair play. And the Force of Will pitching Daze. Why didn't they just daze it? I don't know if Outland Liberator is worth that. Oh, they wanted to play their own up the beanstalk on curve. That's fair. I think we just slam Knight here. Next turn, go for an Uro, perhaps? If they don't play a land, I guess I'm going to wasteland them. Okay, Murktide. I guess we're going for the Lagrella at this point. Okay, we'll play this out. So could just go for a Cradle as our land here. I think that's probably correct. So we can play the Noble out for free. And then get rid of this Plains, I think. Oh, I don't have a Cradle. Silly. Alright, in that case, we will fetch for a basic, and we don't have enough mana to actually do the play anymore. Alright, that is embarrassing. Okay, we're getting hit by this Murktide. Forgot I cut the Cradle for... I specifically made room for the Cradle, and then I cut it for a Trop. So that's on me. Hopefully this does not allow them to dig for a Force of Will. Okay, they find a wasteland. Suddenly in trouble. They don't play it though. Okay. We're in a lot of trouble. That mistake might cost us the game. So So we basically have to go to fetch ourselves to functionally 1, and then have this green sun resolve. And then we have to race. Okay, it does resolve. We have to erase them. And waste ourselves. So we still have a chance. If they don't have removal, they're going to be forced to block. It's very likely they have it. If they attack, they almost definitely have it. Or they have a Bowmaster to chump us, and then we lose unless we draw a plow. Or they drain us. Okay. All right, so that tempo loss from not having Cradle really screwed us there. Okay, so we want these for sure. Collector Oof, definitely not good here. I want most of these cards. Daze is pretty good. Endurance is good. Night is good. These are all good. I don't want to mess with our mana. I guess, what is Stifle doing? Not a ton. So maybe we cut the Stifles. Some conversation to be had about bringing in these Dismembers and maybe the Force of Vigors. But I don't think we win with those. And I don't really have any other cards I'm willing to cut, so we'll go like this. Hand's fine. We'll fix it with Brainstorm. We have Noble off of basic. Okay. So we have a ton of lands. We could Green Suns into a Skoos, potentially, playing a Daze. They also don't have Bowmaster online, so I think I actually want to Brainstorm here. That is not the best that could have happened, I'll be honest. Well, we'll keep the basic planes. We'll put these two back. Or do I fetch out the basic planes? I'm probably going to be dazing something. So I'll just hold on to that planes. Put these back. I do have the opportunity to hard cast the Daze, if that comes up. But like, okay, so if I hardcast the Daze, I'm not playing around Daze, right? So maybe I just play around Daze. Feel bad to get Daze back. Okay. Hopefully we draw something good. Carpet's great. Super great, actually. What do I get here? Definitely yes. So I could run myself into Daze. If I do that, I basically lose because I don't have any other pressure. So maybe we wait a turn. So I should have attacked. I'd really like to get a 3-drop though, like a Uro. If they Witherbloom command this, it's going to be a huge blowout. It's just, man, this deck has a lot to play around. I don't think I'm navigating this well. Honestly, wouldn't mind if they just like wasteland me here. Oh, shoot. That's what I was afraid of. Now I do mind if they wasteland me here. Should have gone for it. Man, that sucks. Guess go for the try and get our mana back under us. I think we're not favored here after that blowout. Probably should have just jammed into Daze. But hindsight's 2020. Okay, so now we'll see if they have it because we're gonna be jamming into Daze. Now they have Force though. I think we lost. Okay, end of turn, we can get a Dryad Arbor to commence the beatdown. Now we cannot. There is a chance they'll attack into it though. Traded for a Bowmaster. Alright. I don't see how we're winning this, but we'll keep playing. Opponent is down to as many cards as us, but they haven't upped the Beanstalk. And they have cantrips. We're not trying any cantrips. Cool. I mean, at this point, maybe we do try and shoot the Bowmasters like end of turn or something. Or we just kill this. At least we have a good target for our removal here. Okay. If we play this, we expose it to a Witherbloom command, but they've already used 2. So I think I'm just going to play it. Just to feel something. Put them on notice. Hey, Rizzo, what's up? We are currently getting destroyed by Bug Beans after a punt in the first game and then me being too afraid of Daze and getting blown out by Witherbloom command in the second game. It's unfortunate. I think I'm at the point too where I have to plow this Bowmasters. The clock is becoming too much, which I don't love. Okay, that's gonna bury us. Unless they draw only lands. We could only hope. Okay, so if I go for, I think Endurance is the get. Well, if we get Dazed, we get Dazed, but I think we need to clear their yard because we just can't handle a Murktide, and then it totally blanks this Orc token, and we got it too. We probably have removal, but can't really play around removal like that when we are in desperate times. Fatal Push? Brainstorm, okay. Leovold, interesting. I think we actually want to play the Knight here. Just get more bodies on the table. Alright. We will not attack. Okay, so no attack tells me they didn't find any removal, which is crazy to me. Man, is it tempting to brainstorm here. How many orcs have we seen? Just the one. So they almost surely have one. Oh, I can't draw because of Leovold. That's right. I think we want to attack here, actually. Because I can just gain life to beat their clock at this point. And eventually I'll get enough counters to kill the Leovold. Well, no, I won't. Stifle. Alright. Didn't play around that. We'll go to 1. Unless they're afraid to throw the Leovold in front of... I don't know what would be threatening here. Yeah, they're not. They're not afraid. They probably have Hardcast Force that they're just sitting on. So we'll guess I'm gonna try again. If we get stifled, we lose. Okay, they just have it all. It's unfortunate. The punt where I took 11 from Murktide for no reason really screwed us in the first game. And then I should have, if I should have Green Sun for maybe a Scavenging Ooze, but I really wanted to get a powerful 3-drop into play, and I was too afraid of Daze, so that was a mistake. Yeah, it sounds fine. Interesting tension on whether I want to sit on a Stifle and try and hit a fetch land or just accelerate. I think because we have a pretty I think we just want to go for it because next turn I can play a Stoneforge Mystic and then hold up Stifle, which is also pretty decent. So I'm just gonna accelerate. Don't know what I'm playing, so. The only card from the new set that looks interesting for Maverick is that oh, what is it called? It's the Thrall, the Flash. It's like the Flash Hushbringer that also affects artifacts. That card looks really good. Well, it looks like I should have held up the Stifle because we might be about to just lose here. But yeah, that's about it. There's not much exciting in that set. Okay, they just whiff. Interesting to see what they take here. I think there was it's like a enchantment. There's a 2 CMC white enchantment that lets you play creatures off the top of your deck that someone in the Maverick Discord tried and said was not great. Oh, and there's that green card. Okay, they take Stoneforge. The green card that lets you it's like a sorcery. It's a modal sorcery. You can sacrifice a creature with flying, destroy an artifact or an enchantment, maybe. Which I don't think is good enough just because it's a sorcery, but it's certainly interesting. It's possible I should have played the Ligrella down for pressure, but I kind of want to use it on if they manage to get something in play. And I would probably want to hold up Stifle, because they've been shaping their hand a bit. Okay, now we have a Daze, which is a wonderful feeling. Still not jazzed about playing this for pressure. It's just a 2/3. I guess I could hit my own Dryad Arbor. I don't know. That looks bad. This card just is not looking good here. I'm just gonna play it out for a little bit of pressure. Put that on the stack. We were not gonna hit anything. So I don't know if they suspect that we would have a Daze now that they've seen blue cards and a Stifle. It's doubtful. I think if they try and Faithless Looting, we Daze it. Yeah. All right. We're still alive. We have another Daze. Our clock exists. That's something charitable to say about it. Okay, that's great. Can't quite equip yet. Leave up Stifle here. I think Stifle is the most valuable card to leave up if we're comparing between Swords and Stifle. Okay. Here we can equip, really pick up the pace here. Okay, they are dead next turn unless they can win through our Daze and Stifle. Stifle they know about, Daze they do not. All right. So here, basically take out everything that's slow and fair. Including the Stoneforge package. Bring in our Force of Wills. Lavinia is good. Containment Priest is good. Hull Breacher stops Grizzlebrand, so that's and Faithless Looting, so that's fine. And a Surgical. Then we'll take out. Uro is very slow. Ligrella was not great, but you could put it in off a Show and Tell if they're on that. And then trim one Swords, I think. Yeah. Ooh, this would be super hot with a blue card. But we do have a turn 2 Scavenging Ooze, and we have Surgical, so I think we keep this. They are mulliganing, so we're definitely keeping this. If this Knight of the Reliquary was a blue card, this hand would be insane. Hopefully they don't do anything too impressive on turn 1 and we draw it off the top. Or we're just getting maybe griefed here. Okay, Thoughtseize, sure. Looks like our hand might be a little too slow. Now they know about the Force of Wills too, which is annoying. Unless their hand, they might be on a fair plan. Like they might be just putting in a Voidwalker and passing, which is kind of meh. Yeah, I think that's exactly what's happening because they didn't take the surgical. Oh, show and tell. Okay, that is fine. Well, it's not fine. I think I just put in a land here. Like if they put in an Archon, yeah, I think I just a land. Great Grizzlebrand, sure. I wonder if a heads-up play would have been to surgical the Dark Ritual or Dark, yeah, Dark Ritual. Okay, can't do much about this. Or honestly, surgical the Lotus Petal would have been pretty good as well. Sure. They've pitched. What have they pitched? Reanimate Grizzlebrand. Okay. They must have animate dead. Oh, Exhume. Okay. Oh, well, it dies. Sure. We are very dead. We don't need to play this anymore. Any changes? I don't think so. Being on the play obviously going to help. How's our blue count? 17. Just barely there. Maybe I just put in the Uro for a night. Sure. Learn our lesson from the last game. Well, this hand has an endurance, but it unfortunately doesn't do anything. This hand rocks for the most part. We'll get rid of that. And play a noble off a trop. So we'll definitely be using Lagrella as our pitch card. This should be relevant for a while. Unless they Thoughtseize us right now. What if I force this? If I don't force it, our Daze just becomes like useless. The other so the upside of forcing it is they don't get to like Thoughtseize and then do some stuff around Daze. Downside is that they're just doing this to hard cast a Grief. I think forcing that is just not worth it. Of course, immediately regret it. It's okay. Two Archons. Yikes. Are they passing? Oh my goodness. Okay. We're gonna hold on to this Daze and this Lagrella, because if they do get an Archon into play, like if they get the Archon into play around Daze, I can just Lagrella it. We have a decent clock with these Exalted nerds. Okay, that's awesome. That's annoying, but not the end of the world. I think I'm going to take this opportunity to get the scariest thing out of the graveyard. Okay, they do have a Reanimate. Of course, the target now will be Grief. Let's go ahead and just save that for later if we need it. Okay. So they can reanimate around Daze. But now, best they can do is a Grief. Or they could take the Lagrella. You know, you never know. Or they don't. They don't even. Okay. Well, do I brainstorm? What would be a good hit? Scavenging Ooze, be fine. Or a Green Sun. So I think I do pre-combat here. Well, that's pretty good too. So I think the way I want to do this is I'll put an Endurance on top. Oh, it gets shuffled away. That's fine. Hold the Daze. Then we'll just pass. Maybe they'll let us draw it. That's very suspicious, wouldn't you say? If they don't do anything, I'll just be happy to draw the second Endurance. Okay, they do something. They're targeting my card. It's funny because it kind of shuts up my mana. But if I kill it, I get it back. I get the card back with a +1/+1 counter on it. So I think, yeah, we'll just let it resolve and see what they want to do with that. Okay. So now I'm not really scared of anything happening around Daze, so I think I'm fine. I'll just draw the Endurance and then cast it since not playing around their Daze. Okay, we'll shuffle away the Noble that we know is there. For probably a Tundra, I guess. And see if they're willing to attack into us. Okay, so they can show and tell now. They have one unknown. We still have the Daze, and they know about it, so it's unlikely. Alright. No thank you. Then we'll block, and I believe this means we get a Noble back with some counters on it. Yeah. Oh, no counters. Okay, still. No thank you. I think they forgot about the Daze. Alright, well, beat up on combo. You'd hope so, with Daze and Force of Will in the deck. We'll take the play. Yeah, this is pretty good. Keep that for sure. I think we'll just play the fetch here. I mean, if this isn't what the deck's for, then I don't know what is. Alright, they force pitching Murktide. You may. They must really need that land. So I think I'm just going to Wasteland them. It would kind of suck to have them Wasteland back. Oh, we draw another land. Okay, now I'm definitely Wastelanding them. And we have this Brainstorm to like maybe find a Daze. They reveal a Force. Okay, good to know. Gotta work through that. They have no land though. So I'm gonna lead with this Plow. Hopefully get a Force out of them. Yep, there it is. Then we'll play the Birds of Paradise. Next turn we'll probably Brainstorm and then play the Stoneforge for the shuffle, I would think. That might just be the new plan. Yeah, that's pretty good. We might actually still get to play our Stoneforge if we can find a land, so. We do find a land. It's not the land we wanted, but we do find one. We need one more card in the graveyard. Okay, yeah. I was gonna Brainstorm to get that going, but didn't get there. Didn't need to. boarding for this matchup is pretty clean, I think. We don't need these. Stifle's not great. Don't really have anything that I want to bring in. Maybe a Hull Breacher. Become mono 3-drops. Maybe Stifle's better than Hull Breacher. What else could they have? What could they have besides fetch lands that I'm stifling? Maybe I don't want to be mono 3-drop. I don't know if they're Grixis or Rug or what. We didn't get far enough in the game. Yeah, this hand is pretty good, except for this Dryad Arbor, but I'm not going to ditch it based on that. Okay, Grixis. Alright. Probably play out the fetch and pass. Second Stoneforge is nice. I'm just gonna jam the first one right into Daze. They have a Wasteland. Now I'm not exactly sure how I want to fetch and play around that. I think we just kind of have to lean into the Wasteland here. I believe it'd be so awesome if this gets a force. Wow. Okay. Yep. They might probably just have like a fatal push on deck or something. Snuff out. Probably take me off white. Ooh. No, sir. This is annoying because we can't actually activate the Stoneforge next turn. Didn't think about that. Okay, DRC. I don't think they have a Daze. But I don't know if I can afford to run out my lands into another Wasteland with this Stoneforge sitting here, so I'll just hold on to it. Not really worth. I don't know exactly what they've got going on over there, but I don't want to lose my Stoneforge. See, there's the other Wasteland. Bolt, okay. So yeah, maybe Daze wasn't the best thing to do there. Could have been a better play to make, perhaps. Complete land? Wasteland, okay, not bad. I think guess we'll just expose a Savannah to this Wasteland. Not my favorite thing to do. Okay, now we're not looking so hot. Not getting Wastelanded though, which is something. Probably on their turn. Yep. So here I think we just start blasting with plows. Or at least one. Yeah, I think it's plow, play the bird. Then we'll save another plow for Murktide. Next turn, be pretty sweet to get the Jite. Oh, we can't. No, gotta get the sword first because the bird does not have exalted. Sure. Okay, we're gonna have to plow that too. I was gonna say we're at the phase of the game where we can't quite afford to play around Daze, but we did just draw this fetch. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start with that. Play this. Next turn, let's see, we'll go to 5. Next turn we'll play out the Dryad Arbor and probably hook it up with the Jite, and then I'm just gonna chump. Unless we're getting Murktided, which is not great. Definitely not great. So now we have to block with the bird and pray they do not have removal. Fortunately, we don't have time to get the Sword of Fire and Ice hooked up on the bird perma blocker, but maybe we can eke one out with the Jite gaining life. I don't know. Let's just see. You're not too late, High Star. We're only 2 games in. Or 2 matches. 2 rounds. Alright. Oh, duh. Hydroblast. What am I doing? Okay. Changes a lot. I guess cut a knight. Yeah. Man. Not that that would have changed anything, because I don't think we drew any cards that would have been Hydroblasts, but damn. Okay, this is kind of a frustrating hand, but I will keep it. This stupid Dryad Harbor keeps showing up. And I'm going to play off basics and telegraph that we don't have a Daze. Next turn, we'll play a Stoneforge around round Daze and then probably play out the birds. Or we won't. Now we'll just play out the birds. Hopefully they don't dismember this, or Bowmaster it. That would be frustrating. If they fetch right away, that's probably what they have. The fact that they're thinking, okay, another bolt. Sure. So I would really like to draw another untapped land, like an actual land that taps for mana the turn it comes down. If not, I don't know if I'm willing to play the Stoneforge into a Daze. Maybe we'll just throw out the sacrificial GT. Trying to fetch would be amazing. Okay, that works too. We'll play around the Daze, and then we'll waste them off removal colors. Okay, they're gonna force. I'm still gonna take them off red. Force pitching, brainstorm. All right, land please. All right. Play this around a Daze. Next turn we'll play the Dryad Arbor and suit it up. Hopefully it doesn't die. Be amazing if they find no lands here. If they find no lands, I think we win the game. Holy cow. We might win the game. We'll pretend we have a LQR. They still have a... Oh no, they're brainstorm locked. I don't know how they kill this. So they're drawing their first card from their brainstorm. It's another brainstorm. So they're seeing 2 fresh cards. Hopefully no land still. Oh, good draw. Still brainstorm locked though. Perfect. Wow, it's a bunch of bangers. I don't even want to shuffle. I haven't cast a land. Can't get a endurance this turn. I would like to set that up for next turn. So I want to keep this noble in my hand. I guess the plow, and we'll go dismember green sun, which we're drawing. So I think, depending on if this noble survives or not, which it looks like it will, I was gonna say we go get an Uro, potentially, not anymore. Now I think we green suns for 3. I'll play around the Daze here since we can. Get an endurance. Okay, gets a force pitching counterbalance. Interesting. We'll just get our damage in here. We're drawing dismember, so we just have removal for Daze. They're gonna try and draw. I think this is... They're drawing through the last card of their previous brainstorm right now. Yeah. So their hand is all gas. It's gotta be like a bunch of red spells. Definitely gonna push damage here. Wow, still no lands. Really good for us. Do I think they have a Fatal Push? No, I don't. Pretty good shape here. If they finally draw a red land. But wow, okay. We'll take it. That was a peak legacy, if I've ever seen it. Hey, you just missed it. Beat Grixis Delver. No friendly fire, please. That would have been dreadful. Ooh, this is so tempting because I have a brainstorm. But I'm on the play, so it's like I'm gonna keep it. We'll just hold up brainstorm and Daze here. Hopefully next turn we draw a land. Oh. Skirk Prospector. So if I... Interesting. I think I do want to Daze this, just because it represents mana. And that makes my other days worse. So we're going to Daze it. And then I'm going to brainstorm. Oh, okay. Solving a lot of our problems here. Do I just want to keep stacking Dazes on top? I definitely want the Dazes, the removal, the Stoneforge. So it's Green Sun and a land are probably the worst. I think I'm going to stack the plains on the very bottom, draw the Green Sun, and then next turn we'll go for an Arbor off a Trop. Lorien Revealed would be interesting, except for the fact that there's no room to put anything in this deck because I'm trying to cram Force of Will and Daze into Maverick. Okay. Hopefully the worst they have is like Tomb into 3-drop. Yep. Okay, that's fine. You shall not pass. Kind of in a tough spot now because I gotta be just keep drawing Dazes. So I could hold up swords. Hold up swords. Hope they don't have another 3-drop that's good and another land. Or get my Stoneforge Mystic down. I think I'm gonna wait and hold the swords up. Okay. Plow this for sure. Turn off auto yields. Okay. Now we have double Daze. Don't know if that's good enough anymore. They have 5 mana. I guess if they try and cast a Muxus next turn, these Dazes are still looking pretty good. Surely they don't have third and fourth Daze, they say to themselves. Of course, if they find a cavern, our entire life crumbles around us. Ringleader. Yeah, I can't Daze that. Sure. My one weakness. Ancient Tombs. Okay, so they get just a battle cry off that. It's pretty good for us. Yep. The name of hitting my land drops, and with these Dazes, I think being quite dead, it's time to brainstorm. Alright, we're a little bit locked here. Just get rid of these guys. If I need them, I can brainstorm again and get them. I could Green Suns for 0, just simply to shuffle. Not a huge fan of that. So I'll just attack here. I think they're really gated on red mana. Maybe I should have played the Knight. Prospector is annoying. Hopefully they just like... Oh, even if they tap out, yeah, they can pay for this. Good news is we'll get our Sword of Fire and Ice down no matter what, and then have the mana to attack in next turn and kill this thing. I wonder if they go after our mana or the Stoneforge. It's interesting to see what they do. Okay. So at this point, we will have drawn through our Dazes. Oh, shoot. I just autopiloted and went for them. That was kind of a punt. I guess brainstorm again and look for fetch plow, pretty much. Do we have we have pro red though, so like it's not that scary. These Dazes are rotting in our hand. Time to get rid of them. Just play this birds out. Man, that was really dumb. If I die because I did that, I deserve it. think we're fine. I don't think there's anything they can do to get rid of this sword, so they like legit have to kill us this turn. Maybe I played correctly by just putting them on a clock. I don't know. I don't think that was right. I don't think they have the red mana for Muxus though. Yeah, they would have immediately just slammed it, so I think we're fine. Chrome Mux, okay. We're still fine. Take let's see, they give haste. Take 6 and they 7 I guess from the token. Then they can throw that at us for 5. So we'll probably just block with the birds. Unless they want to just kill it right now. No, okay. I think that's the game. Unless they evoke a Fury. Oh, they don't have enough cards in hand. Okay. They kill themselves. Fair. All these things are good. What things are bad? Endurance for sure. It's not good. Scavenging Ooze not doing a whole lot. Outland Liberator is interesting. If they bring in a Blood Moon, I probably want it. Collector Oof cuts them off mana, but equipment is kind of how I win this one. So I'm pretty interested in bringing that in. How's my blue count doing? Oops. 18. So probably don't want to cut either of those. Oh, I think this is a matchup where it's actually correct to trim some Green Suns, which sounds crazy, but most of the things that I want to do are white and blue. We'll see if it works. Maybe I would cut Daze since we're on the draw, but we need pitch cards for Force, and we have so few that we just have to keep them. So we'll see if this pays off. The villain arc. How is this a villain arc? we're trying to keep Maverick relevant, baby. This is obviously not a keep. This is obviously really close to a keep, but not. If this Wasteland was a fetch, they keep 7 too, so we're probably just dead. Maybe we can cheese them with a Force. Good evening, Mighty Wizbit. We are in game 2 against Turbo Muxus. Man, this hand is so good if we draw a fetch land. Yeah, it's interesting because like we're bringing in 4 cards against their potential 4 cards. Last game they didn't have a cavern the entire time, so it's like I'm gonna mulligan. Okay, this hand's pretty good. Toss back a waste. Probably just a waste, to be honest. Hopefully they don't turn 1 us. Not much we can do about it. Okay, yeah, there's the cavern. So the thing about Force against the cavern deck is like they have to have the cavern, and we're a wasteland deck too, so it kind of evens out, I would say. Wow, nothing. So you're saying there's a chance. Yeah, I know there's 4 caverns main, but they have to A, have them in play, and B, me not have a wasteland. Like last game, they didn't draw a cavern at all. I had Dazes live for most of the game. Here, this is really frustrating because I don't think I can actually play out the Noble to accelerate. In case we have to dismember a Mind Goblin. And I do see a point in your argument though. Like maybe if we were on the play, I wouldn't bring them in, and we just kind of like try and cruise with the Dazes and call it good. But I don't know. I think they're okay. Um, that's interesting. That I mean the card is pretty kill on sight. It's I think I have to kill this. Next turn I need my mana, so I will simply be killing this turn. Now the question is, am I afraid of Blood Moon? I don't think I can afford to be. And we have another Dismember in the deck to get out of it. Yeah, I don't. Well, I could get a Tundra, and then with the Misty I could fetch a Forest for this Noble Hierarch. Yeah, let's play to that. Otherwise, I'll just get a Trop. So we're gonna brainstorm here. Oh, Stifle is very interesting. All these cards are good. I guess. Hmm. Hmm. So I'm definitely putting the Savannah back, and then the question is Noble or this land. I think I'll put the Noble back, and then hope I don't have to shuffle. Is the play. Then next turn we play Stoneforge Mystic and hold up 1 mana interaction of some kind. I think that's the best we can do. Goblin Matron. Yeah, Carador pile. Uh, do I stifle this? Hmm. I think I do. I really don't want to shuffle. Yeah, that's fair. All right, we're stifling. We have it. It's a good tempo play. I wanted the Dork just to have multiple things to carry equipment, but there's that Force of Will. Not good here. I think Sword of Fire and Ice is the call. Just try and get this over with. I assume they were fishing for a name sticker goblin, or they were baiting chalice. If they're floating for a chalice, that would suck. I don't know if they play chalice. I've heard some builds people are playing chalice in it, but it doesn't seem very good for them. Skirk, we saw the skirk, but they do have cavern to even play through their own chalice. If they attack, I'm not blocking. They don't. Stork is not very impressive, actually. I really want to get the Sword of Fire and Ice down, and I'll just keep holding up the Swords to Plowshares, I suppose. Yeah, you're right. Dork not very impressive here. Interesting. Maybe a ringleader here. Oh, okay. If you're hardcasting the Simian Spirit Guide, you are truly desperate, my friend. I don't even know if that was the right play to make, personally. Land would be great. Perfect. I probably should have just fetched out a basic forest if I was caring about Blood Moon. If they have Pyrokinesis here, that's pretty annoying. Okay. Damn, that is really annoying. Okay, so on end step we'll get a Dryad Arbor and try again. Unless we have to plow something, that would be really annoying. Please don't play a name sticker goblin. I want to get a Dryad Arbor. Don't do it. Okay, I'm not plowing that. Oh, no, I yielded through the turn. Oh, God. Okay, now we're in trouble. Well, we do have a Brainstorm, so let's hit that. Um, this force is not doing anything, so that can go for sure. This is actually a tough one. They only have 2 cards in hand, so I think we'll just slam the knight here. Hope nothing too serious happens to us. Can't get the forest finally. It's out of range of Pyrokinesis. It's out of range of Fury. Although we are going to block, so that kind of opens us up to some shenanigans. Yeah, I think I have to block here. probably playing into removal, but okay, I'm not playing into removal. Daze, not super hot. I don't know what they could possibly have with 2 cards in hand that kills this. Okay. Need to make a note not to automatically click on their name. Have to actually use it for board control. Alright. So now we can brainstorm and get this Daze out of here. I'm not going to do that yet. I want to see if I need to get a Dryad Arbor. I probably will anyways, just have another creature. If that is how we are going to race, that's fine. Shoot. Do I want to brainstorm now? I don't think so. I don't really need to. Just pick away at their board. There's that Dryad Arbor. Suppose I play that out as a blocker, or just keep it as a brainstorm pitch, I suppose. I don't need to brainstorm right now, so I'm just gonna hold everything. They have to win somehow. Goblin Ringleader cannot be countered. Maybe I am gonna brainstorm here. Potentially hit a Stifle. No. That was a really bad brainstorm. I guess I'll put back. Well, I'm in hardcast force range, so I have that for like pyrokinesis, I guess. We'll put back these 2 Dazes. I don't love that. Okay. I think we're still looking okay. Yeah, SoFi is a very good card. I'm glad you told me to play this good card. Okay, we are gonna plow this, and then I think that's the ball game. Opponent silently shaking their fist at the sky, or deciding what card to pitch to Force of Will. Yeah, could be. It's probably better than this Dryad Arbor, right? Because we can fetch it. So that's probably the right call. I was just so frustrated with them. Just be gone, you know? yeah, I think we're in a very good spot to win this game. I think our opponent is quietly salting off right now. I could be wrong. I don't know what they're thinking hard on. Still just hanging out here. Yeah. I don't know how to pop out chat, but so far nothing. In this essay, I will explain why I would have won the game. Okay, you're gonna attack me for 2, sure. I'm not gonna fetch until my upkeep in case shenanigans. I don't know what shenanigans there could be, but Simian Spirit Guide Bolt, except I know 2 of the cards in their hand, thankfully. Alright, opponent. We have Force of Will also, I should add. Are they just punishing me for winning this card game? Could be the case. I don't know. It's pretty BM at this point. Maybe they have a real life problem. I don't know, but it doesn't seem that way. All right, let's just kill him. Like maybe he'll skip through his attacks. Okay, thank you. All right, 3-1. It's frustrating as well because that first game against Bug Beans, it was like punt in game 1. Forgot that there's no cradle in the deck. Play didn't work, and then game 2, play around Daze like a wuss, and then get completely blown out by uh, Witherbloom command, which is exactly what I said would happen as soon as I emptied my mana pool. But otherwise, going pretty well. So far, we've beat Reanimator, Grixis Delver, and now Turbo Muxus. So the worst we can say about this Force of Will Maverick is that we earn our money back. This is a keep. It's very fair for this deck. Okay, this looks like Bug Beans to me, so maybe we'll get a redemption. They did not shuffle. If anyone was keeping score, they did not. So I'm just gonna safely develop my mana here. They could Bowmaster us, which would be annoying. Oh, Bant. Okay. Oh, Petal. Okay. What the heck is this? Dark Ritual. Must be 5-color Storm. Was not prepared for that. One ring. Okay. We can, if they don't win this turn, we get to Zenith for Collector Oof. All right. Let's do that. I'm still gonna get basics and pretend like I'm just totally fair Maverick. They don't know yet. Hopefully they don't have counter magic. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. We're in trouble now. I think we had to make that play regardless, for what it's worth. The other option would be to Wasteland and Green Suns for 1, which is not very impressive, or play the Scavenging Ooze out. Next turn, if we untap, I don't know what color to take them off. Oh, probably black. Black seems like a good one. Oh, we got a Daze. Oh, this sucks. Now I can't Wasteland. Well, I still can Wasteland. I can't play the Knight. No, I can't Wasteland. F. I can Wasteland and I can hold up Hardcast a Daze. I don't even know if that's good. I think I have to Wasteland. Wasteland hold up Hardcast Daze is so medium. Maybe it's Knight of the Reliquary. I really want to take them off black, though. I think I'm going to take them off black no matter what. So then the question becomes Scavenging Ooze or Hold Up Daze? I think Hold Up Daze, as boring as that is, I think that's it. Like they're just gonna keep getting dinged by this one ring. Next turn, get the Knight down. Yeah, you could be right. We'll see if they tap out for something here and I get rewarded though. Ponder. Let's go. They even had the land. That's so greedy. We'll take it though. Yeah, we'll just go for this. That's all we got. Potentially an argument for Scavenging Ooze if they're a Beseech deck, but I feel like they would play a lot more black duels. Oh, they're gonna force this? Okay. Pitching Consider. Is this Doomsday? At this point, it is looking very relevant to go ahead and get a Dryad Arbor for clock reasons. To Fairy. Okay. Are they gonna bounce my bird? Wow, okay. Sure. End step we'll get the Dryad Arbor and just kill this Teferi, I suppose. Watch as they have like Fatal Push or something. They discard a Veil of Summer. This looks very much like a combo deck. I think it's Scavenging Ooze, hold up the Brainstorm here, and then we'll eat something if necessary. I suppose maybe it was correct to Brainstorm, hoping to find Collector Oof. Green Sun wouldn't have done it. We didn't have enough mana. Maybe killing Teferi wasn't important. They're down to 6. I think they plan on winning this turn. Yeah, that seems safe to say. Ton of mana. They have Lorien revealed too. This deck is so wild. Teferi. So we could Brainstorm, maybe hoping to hit Daze just to force them to spend a mana, because once Teferi comes down, Brainstorm's pretty dead. We do have Scavenging Ooze, but they don't really have anything. They don't have like a linchpin in the graveyard for us to exile. But if this is Beseech Storm, I don't think Brainstorming does anything here, unfortunately. I guess they bounced the Scavenging Ooze, so it doesn't matter. Okay, it is Doomsday. They got rid of Consider. Don't think there was anything I could have taken out of the graveyard to really stop them. Do they even have the capacity to win this turn? Maybe I should have taken the Lotus Petal. Man, this deck is absolutely out of control. Sideboard. Definitely take Hull Breacher, the Forces. Lavinia looks pretty good. Probably nothing else. Maybe these carpets if we have enough cards to cut. We'll take a look at their deck. So the white is purely for Teferi. I'm interested to see how they finish this pile out. So to draw one more card, right? Yeah. Yeah, so Collector Oof looking good. Yeah, okay. As discussed, like so, like so. I don't think this is an equipment matchup, unfortunately. Lagrella here is looking not super great, but we do need to keep an eye on our blue count. Scavenging Ooze not doing a whole lot. Outland Liberator as well. So we have a bunch of swords, which is not my favorite card. It's a surgical, does something. Keeping this Lagrella as like purely a pitch card. Or we put in carpets to try and get faster. I don't think that's good enough. Yeah. Or we keep this sword in to clock them. I think having a pitch card is better, to be honest. This hand is pretty unimpressive. But we have a brainstorm to fix it. I don't know. I don't want a mulligan, but this hand is not great. They seem slower. Like this doesn't do anything impressive by turn 2, especially if I hold this brainstorm up to like find a force of will. I don't know. We do have Wasteland. This hand is very sus. Can't remember if they had any discard. I don't think I saw any. I think I keep this. This will be an interesting one to watch back and see if that was a good keep or not. Also not sure what my turn 1 play needs to be. Like, do I just accelerate and hope I don't get turn 1'd? They'd have to have like a god hand. I think I accelerate. If they turn 1 me, then like, you know, it's just Maverick. It's just Maverick things. You can't put lipstick on a pig and you can't put force wills in Maverick. Okay, we don't get turn 1'd. We're in the game. Not bad. I think I just slam Collector Oof at this point. Just play like I would if it were a Maverick deck. If they plow this, I'll be very unhappy. Which is what looks like is going to happen. Alright. That's a good sign. I think we waste that for sure. Unless they're just going now. Okay. Interesting what they take here. Probably, I would assume the brainstorm is what they take. No, okay. They're more worried about the pressure from the knight. I want to wasteland them for absolutely sure. So we'll just do that now, so they can't daze me. Then we'll draw. Oops. So we have Brainstorm to hopefully find something if we need it. They're brainstorming. Hopefully they just... I would love a whiff here. Uro is escape 5, so some consideration to... Oh no, I don't need to end set Brainstorm because I have the fetch going into the yard, which will be the 5th escape card. I do have to hope that when I Brainstorm I find another land though. They're really tanking on this Brainstorm, which makes me think that they found enough to maybe go off. Lotus Petal. Or they didn't find a land. I think we got a Brainstorm here. What do I need to cast Uro? I've got everything covered. Do I need double white? Unlikely. Get another Trop. So I think if I hit Daze, I'm dazing this. Don't hit the Daze. Just hold Endurance. Yep, you got the Doomsday. I don't think they have enough resources to try and win this turn, though. That would be crazy. So very likely we'll get to untap, play this Endurance around Daze. Hey, what's up, man? We are playing a 4-color Doomsday pile right now. Kind of on a wish and a prayer with this Endurance. Okay, let's see what we got here. I forgot to count how many rings they had the first time. I see 1, 2, 3. Let's count forces. 1, 2, 3. So they probably have a force. 1 daze, 2 days, 3 days. They might have a daze too. Did we already get dazed? Prismatic ending, good to know about. I don't see anything else from this examination that might give me a hint on what they're doing. So I think I really want to play this play the Uro and hopefully find a force or a daze or something. I guess it would have to be a daze because I need this pitch card for the endurance. Or a swords would do it. Oh, Mr. Legacy Council, thank you for the follow. Just some Ewoks attempting to defeat the Dark Lord. The Ewoks have picked up new technology in the form of Force of Will in Daze. Well, that's not helpful. I think we are just going to hold that and act like we have something good. So they have to win now. We have lethal on board. Just have to hope they don't have a force. Or they don't have a line to completely empty. Okay, sure. Or you have a swords. That's fine. If they spend their mana, okay, that's actually fine for us. Not drawing very hot, I will say. I guess I attack. Yeah, Force of Will has been pretty good. Maverick has a problem where you kind of lose turn one on the draw to combo decks, so it's turned combo into like I would say an extremely positive matchup because like Maverick's already decent against combo, so now you have like Force of Will and Daze backed up by getting a tutoring up a turn two Collector Roof or something. Um, so it's pretty good. I think I wonder if this is my spot that I want to pick where I endurance. It probably is. I wonder if I should have cast endurance there. They need 2 mana, so 2 cards have to be mana, and then the third card is of course Thassa's Oracle. So then they could have a Force and a Daze, I think, or a Cycler. I'm not sure. I think end step. Okay, they have the Cavern. What if they just go for it here? LED. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I really would have loved to cast Tsunami. Oh, they've emptied their hand. That is unfortunate. I think now is the time to resolve this. Yeah, I really would love to cast Tsunami against a Dirty Beans player. So they have Thassa's Oracle in hand right now, I think. Yeah, I probably should have waited. I got so excited. Oh, we have the plow now too. Yeah, didn't matter. I think you were correct. I was too excited. Um, yeah, I think we'll just run with this again. I don't like how many removal spells they get to play, and I don't have any Mother of Runes, but my hate bears aren't great here. Collector Oof shutting off the ring is good. Yeah, this hand's pretty good. We don't have any early pressure, but we have a multitude of ways to interact with Thassa's Oracle and their pile, so definitely keep that. Yeah, I was so scared of getting forced that when they went to 0 cards in hand, I thought like, okay, here's my moment, but it didn't matter because the last 2 cards had to be a way to play Thassa's Oracle and win. So I tunneled on the wrong thing. It didn't matter, but you were right that it was correct to wait. Um, well, now we can Daze or Plow, so we'll do that. Hmm. Yeah, Twitch chat knows. Hey, Twitch chat, would you Daze this? I kind of want to Daze this, Twitch chat. So the issue is if I Daze this, I'm setting myself super far back on my mana development. It's not like, you get them up to 5 cards in hand. I think I let it go. I've now telegraphed that I have a Daze or a Force that I was thinking about. I think the Daze, though, if they untap and then try and like slam it to Fairy, I'll be happy to have the Daze. Um, and now I can just hard cast it, so I'm fine with this. Yeah. Okay. Um, Here I think we slam Knight just to get a clock going. It does. It is our green card for the endurance, but we have Force of Will and Daze, so I think it's fine to do so. What are they doing? Are they gonna hardcast Force of Will this? I think I let that go because I don't have another blue card for Force of Will. Tough though, and I don't have a green card for Endurance either, so I think I have to, fortunately. Did get 2 cards out of their hand though. Carpet's extremely annoying. I don't think I forced that though. I think this Daze is just now a pitch card for Force of Will. Okay, they don't have anything. Another Daze is not bad. I think, well, it's not great, but yeah, I think we're playing this Endurance end of turn just for pressure. I don't even know if I return their graveyard. I don't think I want to put a Force of Will back in the deck. I am going to hold, or no, I'm not. I'm going to play a land so that I can hardcast Force of Will. I was going to hold it for future Brainstorm, but hardcast Force of Will is, with 2 days is pretty good. Okay, they're flooding super hard. Lavinia is good. Well, not anymore, actually. Lavinia is not doing much. I will play it, though. It doesn't really stop anything except for pitchcast Force of Will and Daze from them, which is not nothing. It is a much faster clock. It's now a 2-turn clock if it resolves. Oh, I hope they hardcast a Force of Will. It looks like is happening. I am gonna Daze that. Yeah, we'll just cast it normally. True, LED and Lotus Petal actually both. That's a good point. And we now have a 2-turn clock. And they're still flooding. That's horrible for them, not for me. I'll take it. I don't know if our draws could be much worse. Yeah, seriously, absolutely punished. I'm just gonna hold on to everything here. I guess I should have played the Dryad Arbor. Okay, didn't matter. So we got a 4-1. That was pretty good. Definitely screwed up the Bug Beans match. It was like brutal punt game 1, brutal punt game 2. Then I think it was Reanimator. Obviously all the counter magic super good there. Then Grixis Delver, we just like smashed them game 1, got smashed game 2, and then game 3 it was like literally a Noble Hierarch beating down with a Umezawa's GT that got there. We 2-0'd Turbo Muxus, which is kind of what I was hoping to do by adding all these blue cards, and then we just beat Doomsday, which is traditionally a nightmare for Maverick. So, and it didn't feel too nightmarish. So, I don't know. I've gotten a 3-2 and then a 4-1 with Bant Maverick. And last league, I had many punts as a cantrip novice learning cantrips. Lagrella kind of came up, kind of didn't love it. I could see it. I could see it not being in the deck for some other blue card. The stifles were cool. Yeah, I don't know. This deck is kind of somewhat impressive so far for just this piece of junk I kind of threw together. But that's going to be it for me tonight. Thanks everyone that showed up. Jared, the King Jedi himself, Legacy Council. Thank you for the follow as well. Strass, Clips, Highstar, Wizbit, and Rizza. Thank you everyone for showing up and chatting with me. Appreciate the support. I don't know. I'm gonna keep riffing on this. It's been a little bit better than I thought it would be. I did like the five blue dual mana base. Was pretty good for the Dazes, so we'll keep working on that too. But yeah, that's gonna be me.